Hello dear friends, it's Thea and I had a request for a belly rolls tutorial. So I'm going to just kind of show you some ways to find muscles in your abs, in your lower abs, upper abs, which will help guide you, help guide you to your belly rolls and then also add to your undulations. So when you start your undulations, you add the belly rolls into it, and then you have a more pronounced, more defined undulation. All right, so fix your pants, here we go. To start, we're gonna place one hand on the lowest abs, so below the belly button, one hand on the upper abs, so under the chest, kind of in between the rib cage. All right, so we're just keeping it simple by dividing our muscles into two halves, really. So I know that there's tons of little muscles all the way up and down, but what we're doing is we're saying upper abs over here, lower abs over here, okay? So we'll start with sticking out all of it, just making your belly nice and round, all right? So my body remembers how to do this from being pregnant, and it looks nice and round, right? And then pulling in everything, and nice and flat, skinny, okay? So round, skinny. That's the first step. And it's okay to have a large belly. It's okay to suck in. It's really okay. Just really feel okay with this. I know it's hard to, for some of us to stick out our bellies and feel okay with it, but it's gonna be okay, you guys. It's okay. All right, so top half, we're gonna stick that part out, and we're just gonna press out into our hands and pull in, pressing in with our hand. Out into the hand, press in with the hand. Out into the hand, press in. So release your belly into your hand and press in. Release out, press in. Okay, so you can use your hand to like manually push in, and that's kind of how we feel where those muscles are, okay? So we push in, release out, push in, release out, push in. So we're working with the uppermost abs right here. So I'm going in right here, in. And then you start to find just the upper, okay? So now we're gonna do just the lower. In, release, and you can push in right here, push in with the hands, just actively push, press into your abs, press in. And once you find the muscles, you can start to work on just pulling in below that belly button, lowest abdominal set right there, okay? So let's pull in with the low, pull in with the high, push out with the low, push out with the high. Pull in on the bottom, pull in on the top, push out on the bottom, push out with the top. I'll show you from the side. So we pull in on the bottom, pull in on the top, push out on the bottom, push out on the top. In, out, in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out. Okay, so you can see it. I put in the netting because I feel like you can really see the ripple with the netting. Okay, so I'm going in on the bottom, in on the top, out on the bottom, out on the top. So we're starting with the bottom, pull it in, and then you roll it up to the top. So you can just take your fingers now and go in here, in there, in, release out, in, out. Okay, so wherever your hands are, it goes in, and then as you move up, it comes back out. Okay, so let's try that. I'm slowly showing you several different ways to do this. In on the bottom, pull in, release out, pull in here, release out here, pull in here, release out there, pull in there, release out there, okay? So we're rolling up the belly. Pull in, release, pull in, release. Okay, from the bottom to the top. From the bottom to the top. Okay, and you say, but Thea, my abs don't do that yet. The key word is yet. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna kind of sit down and kind of hunch over and get as much flesh as you can to just relax right here. So in this kind of like, you know, folded forward bad posture right here, we have a lot to work with in terms of like manually manipulating the abs. Okay, so we're gonna take the belly and just push it in where it goes. And it sounds terrible, but it really does work. And so what you do is you just practice this by yourself where no one's watching you, not like on camera like me. But we're gonna just kind of round forward, nice and chunky, and we go in, out, out, in, release the bottom, out, in. So I'm just taking my fingers and going in, working my way all the way up, okay? So just kind of just slouch a little bit and get as much as you can to work with and kind of go in and out. Now same thing, but now one hand on the bottom, one hand on the top. You're gonna kind of roll forward, sink forward, and go in on the bottom, in on the top, out on the bottom, out on the top. In, out, in, out, in, out. Okay, so I'm really manually pressing with my hands, and then eventually your muscles start to learn it, and you can do it without your hands. So then you're down here, and you're going in, out, in, out, in, out. Okay. Don't do this right after eating. Now we're gonna repeat the process, but downward belly rolls. So same idea, same concept, but now we're gonna start with the top and with the bottom, okay? Release. Give yourself a little massage. It's gonna be okay. Release your muscles. Nice and relaxed and big. We're gonna pull in on the top or push in with your hands. Pull in on the bottom or push in with your hands. Release the top, release the bottom. In, out. And again, I've had a couple of babies, so my muscles remember this release and contraction. My skin remembers it, my body remembers going big, going small. So if you have a little less to work with here, more power to you. But this is kind of like where I'm at. I've got a lot to work with, so my belly rolls are gonna look more extreme. Just work with what you have in your body, okay? So you're going in on the top, in on the bottom, out on the top, out on the bottom, in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out. Top to bottom. And then just working your way down, inch down like that. Go in here, roll down, release, in, roll down. So the way to learn it is to kind of give yourself something to work with. You have to kind of hunch forward, give yourself some belly to work with, give yourself some skin to work with, right? Let the fat happen so that when you're down here, you have the most movement. And then when you start standing up straight, you remember where the muscles are and you can make those rolls happen. All right, so these are belly rolls by themselves, downward and upward. Down, up, and it all started from me spending some hours just by myself in my bedroom, no one watching, playing with down, up, in, out, in, out. Okay, so downward is top in, bottom in, top out, top in, top out, bottom out. So play around with those two halves of the belly. See if you can isolate which abs you're working with, the top or the bottom. There are dancers who can work with this set of abs and then this set of abs, and then they have like a ripple side to side. You can also play around with like the Helena Villalobos. Helena Villalobos. I can't say her name, but I love her. She has that trick with the quarters, rolling the quarters up the abs and down the abs. And I've actually taken her workshop and I've worked on that a little bit. It's really cool to just kind of like get those quarters in there and start flipping the quarters. So if you don't know what I'm talking about, just look up Helena with the quarters belly dance. You'll find it. It's everywhere. So play around, lower abs, upper abs, rolling down, rolling up. Use your hands, roll up, roll down, roll up, roll down. All right, let me know how it goes. This video is just for you, my friends, and yeah, I'm not sharing this to the wide world of the web, so it's just for you. All right, I love you all. Thank you.